The solderless breadboard is a great tool for electronic testing and prototyping, allowing you to quickly and easily build circuits without the need for soldering. Shown here is a typical 830 tie-point board. It consists of a plastic board with rows of metal clips beneath the surface. They provide a grid of termination points and a means for connecting electronic components and wires. So instead of soldering, you simply plug in the component leads or the wires. Termination points on the grid can be identified and located using a coordinate system. You can see here that there are letters marked on the board from A to J, and numbers marked on the board here. So I can call out points on the board by cross-referencing a letter and a number. For example, I can call this point F13, since it is in column F and row number 13, or this would be C63 in column C and row 63. And let's do one more. J45 here at column J and row 45. So here you can see how this coordinate system works. But now, what about the interconnections? From up top, all we see is a plastic board with a bunch of holes in it. Well, there is a pattern where specific rows and columns are grouped together and electrically connected. This provides paths for electrical current beneath the surface of the board. Right now, the diagram shows the top view of a typical breadboard. And this is an illustration that shows the current paths between the connection points. Running the length of the board, there are 4 paths called the power rails, and they're shown here in green. They are useful for connection to source voltages. As a matter of fact, often the board will be marked with red and blue lines and the positive and negative symbols to highlight the power rails for this purpose. They are ideal for this job because they reach the full length of the board. The remaining paths that run perpendicular to the length of the board are known as distribution strips, and they're shown here in purple. These paths are shorter, but they are ideal for the interconnection of the components you plug into the board.